bike-sharing startup Move Technology bought and refurbished bikes from failed bike-sharing firm Ofo after being granted a sandbox license to run up to 1,000 bicycles here. Move launched last week, and its bikes have been showing up in the western part of Singapore in places such as Boon Lay and Pioneer. So with us to discuss this today is ST journalist Ting Wei. Hello. Could you tell us a little bit more about what this new company Move is offering?
So for this new company Move, they have came in with 1,000 bikes deployed in the West. So in terms of what they're offering, it's just a bit more choice to commuters at the moment, because 1,000 is not a big number. So yeah, it remains to be seen what they can offer in the long term, how much of an impact they will make on the market. So one interesting thing about them at the moment is that the bikes that they are using is the Ofo bikes that we have seen last time, but these are bought brand new from a warehouse that was holding these bikes. So they said that this move will help to it will make sense both economically and environmentally, because it's cheaper and it reduces waste. So yeah, that's one interesting thing about them that they are offering right now. They are going to develop their new bikes in the future, but as of now, it's just 1,000 former Ofo bikes. And another interesting thing is that their chief operating officer, Sharon, is the former country manager for Mobike.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's also, I guess Mobike didn't do too badly, so she'll have experience there that she can carry over. So hopefully in the long term, she'll help to make Move a sustainable business that can benefit Singapore.
Oh, wow. So it's looking good. But what is the outlook currently for the shared bike industry in Singapore? How are the operators doing?
So the outlook, I guess we haven't heard much news or drama about it in recent months. So that's a good thing for both operators and commuters, because before that, the news we have been hearing haven't been too great.
Yeah.
So in terms of outlook, I would say there's currently 3 other operators other than Move. So one is Mobike, which has a license to run 25,000 bikes, but they've said they wanted to quit the market. And then for SG Bike, it has a license to run 3,000 bikes. And for Anywheel, another local startup, it has a license to run 10,000 bikes. So for these 2 companies, SG Bike and Anywheel, they have been around for around a couple of years at least, and they have been going about their business quite quietly. They have been doing it, expanding in a slow and measured manner. So, and I haven't heard anything from them flouting regulations or people complaining about issues from them, such as poor parking and stuff. So I guess on that front, both companies seem to be doing reasonably well. So hopefully they can continue growing, because I think people do like them. And for Mobike, even though they have asked to leave the market, they are still doing okay also. They are redeploying their bikes in areas. They are making sure that their bikes are not in areas that it's not supposed to be. So yeah, overall I think it's still not so bad.
I see.
Then I think yesterday when I spoke to Dr. Liter Hong from NUS, he's a transport analyst, he mentioned that the shared bike industry could have turned a page. And this is the first time in quite long that I've heard a positive comment about the industry from an expert. And what he has said is because for this current case, we don't have major players like Obike and Ofo together with Mobike last time fighting for the market share, where they were dumping bikes everywhere and giving very big discounts.
I see.
So for the current operators now, they are operating based on a model that they have to be financially sustainable. It has to be a proper business instead of grabbing customers here and there. So yeah, I think for previously when they were competing so intensely for customers, they kind of killed their business because they needed a lot of funds to sustain it. But now with the firms quietly operating and doing it like a proper business, maybe in the long term they might actually carve out a space for themselves and succeed.
Oh, and you spoke about this a little bit, but let's talk about the failed shared bike companies like Ofo and Obike. What about them?
So for Ofo and Obike, I think we all have heard news about how they left the market under circumstances that were probably not preferable. So for Ofo, their license was cancelled in April this year after they flouted numerous regulations and passed quite a few deadlines, because they were actually given at least 2 or 3 lifelines to try to sort out their business, but they couldn't do so. So for them, I guess they are basically gone without trace, except for the former bikes that we see from them that's now with Move. But the issue with them is that they still have because in March I did a story about how there were users who complained of unauthorized transactions from the accounts, from their Ofo accounts. And for these users, I don't like they could go to banks to ask for the refunds back and stuff, but OVO has not come out to make a public statement about it.
Okay.
So for that one, it's still a question mark as to how the transactions happen. And for Obike, it's been more than 1 year now. They left the market in June last year. So it's been more than 1 year, but as we all know, when they left, they had the issues of deposits that they didn't refund and money that they owe vendors here. And 1 year on, even with a liquidator, there's still no progress. We haven't heard anything from the liquidators. The former owner of Obike, Shi, he hasn't said anything, and the new owners also haven't said anything. So I guess it's quite dodgy in the sense that for people, like even for me, I have a deposit with them. So for those who have deposits with them, I don't think we'll be getting them back.
Okay.
And in total, they owe around, if I remember the sums correctly, the liquidator said that they owe around 8.9 million to both contractors, vendors, and also the users in Singapore. So for this money, it's still, like, I don't think many have gotten it back. So there's a big question mark there also.
I see. That does not sound good. But the good thing, I guess, is that Move is still young and there's still much to be seen about them. And we hope that they learn from the lessons that you just shared with us earlier and not repeat the same issues. And thanks, Tingwei, for sharing more with us.
Thank you.
So if you'd like more updates on transport, do head on to our website. That's www.straitstimes.com. And those were our top stories of today. Again, if you would like more news and videos, do head on to our website, www.straitstimes.com. Once again, I am Kimberly. Thank you for watching The Big Story, and we'll see you tomorrow.